Parishioners, over 100, fighting for their church's history, standing their ground on what they consider to be holy ground.
We want Claver Place to mean something.
The people in the pews of St. Peter Claver Church, Brooklyn's first parish for Black Catholics, furious when they heard about a proposal that would co-name their church's street, Claver Place, after a Black activist.
It cannot be done.
Jitu Weusi, formerly named Les Campbell, was an educator and community leader who had a key role in the Ocean Hill-Brownsville conflict that brought national changes to community control of public education. He also co-founded the East, a famous cultural institution on Claver Place that focused on Black nationalism.
Extraordinary person, and I think his legacy will live on in our community for many, many generations to come.
The co-naming proposal brought to Bedford-Stuyvesant's community board by Weusi's son as a way to honor the Brooklyn activist who died in 2013. So why are some firmly against this? Well, St. Peter Claver parishioners who knew Weusi personally claim he was anti-Catholic and racist.
How he treated the parishioners, how he treated the community, how he treated the residents. It was full of bigotry, it was full of hatred.
In letters to the community board, parishioners and local residents detailed what they called bad behavior, writing things like he, quote, disrespected our priest and the nuns who taught our children, calling them names like white devils. Also saying things like, quote, playtime outside was interrupted by chants and harassment towards children because we were considered light skin. In testimonies, parishioners detail incidents where Weusi and his followers disrupted church services with a megaphone, stopped brides from getting to their wedding, screamed and cursed at children, parishioners, and nuns. They described him as violent, extreme, and constantly at odds with the church.
To have Claver Place co-named after someone who was anti-Catholic and, very much caused a lot of heartache to the Catholic community is really just was unacceptable to the parishioners.
Parishioners gave these letters to the community board and spoke out at a June board meeting, but the resolution still passed unanimously.
We weren't really heard. No one cared to hear what we had to say.
The co-naming request now in the hands of New York's City Council. Parishioners say they would back off if it was moved to any other street.
Brooklyn is 71 square miles. If you want to put his name on any one of those 71 square miles, be our guest.
We weren't trying to take away his honor. I appreciate him for what he has done.
Parishioners would like to see the street co-named for Father Bernard Quinn, the church's founding pastor, a candidate for sainthood.
Someone who loved the people, who loved the community. He wasn't spreading hate and violence.
But Weusi's supporters and friends say since Claver Place is the home of the East, along with a school and a festival started by Weusi, it has to be there.
That's where it all started. And that's why we have to preserve it so that if anybody walks by there, they'll be able to say, this is where the East started. This is where the International Arts Festival started. This is the birthplace of a cultural revolution led by Jitu Weusi.
But parishioners say this is not the right street to honor a man who they call racist and anti-Catholic. In Bedford-Stuyvesant, Emily Druby, Currents News.